Mouse! Oh, Elsa!
6 years since the release of Frozen, we've been building a checklist of questions and theories. And Frozen 2 answered them all. Where did Elsa's powers come from? Did their parents really perish in the huge storm? Is another Disney character really their brother? While we may not like the answers we got, because the movie pretty much debunks every single Frozen theory connecting the franchise to other Disney universes. So let's dive into the unknown and uncover all these big reveals. It's okay to admit it now, we were all a little too obsessed with the first Frozen.
Oh, I love it even more.
When we weren't belting out Let It Go, asking random people if they wanted to build a snowman, or looking back at signs of Han's deception, we were digging deep into every frame, and some pretty convincing theories came out of it all. Just look at some of our videos from the past 6 years. Yeesh. The short list of these theories: Elsa and Anna's parents were actually the same parents from Tarzan and left their little brother in the jungle to get raised by gorillas. The boat they rode on sank to the bottom of the ocean and was the same boat Ariel explores in The Little Mermaid. The journey those parents were going on was to attend Rapunzel and Flynn's wedding. We all truly believed at least one of these was true, connecting some of the most beloved Disney movies together in harmony. Well, thanks to Frozen 2, all of those theories are false. And not just like, hey, they aren't as plausible anymore, but we still have hope. They are nails in the coffin false. Frozen 2 basically took those theories, turned them into ice, and smashed them into a million little pieces. How exactly? Well, time to break things down. Let's start with the whole secret little brother thing. So, the theory states that Anna and Elsa's mom was carrying a third child. And what do you do when you get pregnant? Hop aboard a ship, obviously, and take a journey across rough waters. But their ship never made it to any part of Africa, where Tarzan takes place. Iduna did not give birth to Tarzan and build a treehouse for the boy to live in. Those are completely different parents who suffered a permanent fate. Side note, Disney, those parental loss scenes are a bit much. No wonder we're trying to connect them all. Could be our coping mechanism to try and reduce the number of characters we actually have to grieve for. Anyway, in Frozen 2, Elsa and Anna explore the enchanted forest and eventually come across their parents' ship. Turns out, Iduna and King Agnar lied about heading south towards Africa, and were actually heading up north to find out the truth about Elsa's powers. Thanks to a trusty waterproof canister, Anna even discovered the whole map of their journey, a journey that would take them way far north from Africa, and a lot of the ship was left intact. There was no way any of that wood was salvaged to build a treehouse. So now Tarzan and Frozen, no connection there. The map that Anna discovers also discredits another popular theory, the journey their parents were on. For years, we held resentment towards Rapunzel and Flynn. How could they invite the king and queen to their wedding, knowing the perilous journey that they would have to take along the way? Why did we think that they were going to the wedding? All because of a single Easter egg featured in the first movie. When the gates of Arendelle are finally open, a couple of the first guests to arrive are Rapunzel and Flynn. Rapunzel had short hair, the same hairstyle she gets married in during the Tangled Shore Tangled Ever After. So, naturally, we concluded that the king and queen tried to attend their wedding. The boat sank, and the newlywed couple decided to pay their grievances by honeymooning in Arendelle. Or maybe they were collecting the wedding gift that never arrived? Either way, none of it is true. In the case of connecting Tangled and Frozen, sometimes an Easter egg is just an Easter egg. Imagine the great hair competitions Elsa and Rapunzel could have against each other. Well, the map and the note from Iduna pretty much confirms that there was no wedding invite. The journey was a much more personal one in an effort to help Elsa with her powers. Don't feel all deflated though. Why don't we supply you with another fun theory to keep Frozen and Tangled connected? You remember Bruni, the fire spirit from Frozen 2? Well, he's actually related to Pascal, Rapunzel's beloved pet chameleon from Tangled. Oh yeah, no. Turns out Bruni's a salamander, which is an amphibian, and Pascal belongs to the reptile family. So yeah, there's another theory debunked before it even started. The beached ship also discredits another Frozen connection, this one to The Little Mermaid. Remember again, While these theories have built up over the years, the majority of them are literally based off a 2-second shot of a ship going through extremely rough waters, and then we saw a glimpse of an ambiguous funeral. We spent years saying those graves were empty. We all wanted to believe that the ship Iduna and King Agnar crashed in was the same one which sunk to the bottom of the ocean and was featured early on in The Little Mermaid. It's the same ship where Ariel discovers a fork and has a pretty rough encounter with a shark. Well, we all know why the Titanic rests at the bottom of the ocean. There's no way the ship in The Little Mermaid could have risen up from the water and then floated back to the beaches of the Enchanted Forest. Ariel was probably exploring the ship of some poor, unfortunate souls, most likely parents whose children had to live out a life of isolation before becoming the person they were always meant to be. You know, the blueprint for so many other Disney films. Before we dive deep into more evidence and theories, check out our friends over at The Things who have a breakdown on everything Frozen 2, including these deep-rooted Disney connections. So much evidence comes from just seeing the shipwreck itself, but that wasn't enough to truly confirm all of these theories. The filmmakers went above and beyond to ensure that we didn't say the parents left on a lifeboat or were magically rescued by a mermaid. Thanks to the whole new magical water has memories concept, Elsa is able to tap into the vapors of the ship, just like Mera was able to pull the sweat from Aquaman. Once all that water came to the surface, Elsa extracted the memory. Turns out it was her parents' final moments in the sea. Yeah, it's rough. Literally, we have to watch the king and queen hold each other tight as waves crash into them. Yeah, this is a kid's movie, and we thought the cemetery scene was pushing things too far in the first movie. Anyway, among all of those water memories, we do not see a pregnancy. Sorry, Tarzan. There's no water memories of Ariel swimming through the ship, and the waterproof canister, it does not contain the wedding invitation to Rapunzel's ceremony. The frozen sight of the parents' final moments was layered on to have multiple meanings. For Anna and Elsa, it brought a sense of closure and wonder. The daughters weren't having fun playing connect the dots with Disney films. This was their parents. There was no ship, GPS, cell phones, or other ways to contact their parents. When the graves were dug for the king and queen, it was with the presumption that they were simply lost at sea. So, while the scenes may have debunked our theories, it did help give Anna and Elsa some closure. There were no more what-if questions in their mind. And even though Elsa had guilt stemming from their untimely passing, knowing the answers helps eliminate some of the lingering questions and possible bits of hope both of these women had. As for us, while watching Frozen 2 for the first time, we were hit with everything all at once. Our minds raced as soon as we saw the ship. We were layered with emotions as we confronted their parents' fate and had the aha moment at the same time when we realized all of our theories were debunked. Remember all of those long debates with diehard Disney fans over Frozen's connections? Well, they were pretty much a waste of time now. Meanwhile, everyone over at the Pixar campus laughing it up. They still got their Pizza Planet truck, connected universes, and time-traveling witches. But what should we expect anyway? The Frozen franchise wasn't made to connect the past Disney films with the present. It was made to break through the ice ceiling and showcase new stories and heroes. The first Frozen was about a sisterly bond and the love of family as opposed to a traditional love story. Frozen 2 showcased how a queen tackles anxiety and still proves to be a great leader. How Anna doesn't need a prince to rescue her, but how he asks her what she needs while she saves the day.
I survived a frozen heart and saved you from my ex-boyfriend, and I did it all without powers.
The Frozen franchise may have fun Easter eggs related to past Disney films, but the movies truly stand atop their own ice castle and provide us with a glimpse into the future of storytelling, even if all of our favorite theories get debunked along the way. Don't worry though, don't feel so defeated. Don't just erase your whole Disney Frozen theory whiteboard just yet. Just because the filmmakers decided to debunk all of these Disney connections doesn't mean we already found new ones. That's right, now we have to focus on one of the new theories from Frozen 2. If you thought the Rapunzel Easter egg conjured up a ton of theories, well, now check out this one based on a small scene from the beginning of the movie. When Elsa and Anna play with the little snow figurines, take a close look at one of the designs. It's none other than Baymax from Big Hero 6.
Hello, I am Baymax.
Now, we all know how the first Frozen movie got a little out of hand with the theories and everything, so we shouldn't get too far ahead of ourselves. But Baymax learned how to time travel and visited Arendelle from the future. Woo! Feels so good to get that out. Far-fetched? Sure. But we just lost any hopes of a Tarzan and Anna reunion, so don't blame us. Just hear us out for a quick minute. Not only does Elsa create the perfect Baymax, but in the first Big Hero 6, Baymax goes through training after he gets equipped with a pretty impressive suit upgrade. One of his test shots completely obliterates a statue of Hans. So Baymax may have gone to the past, hung out in Arendelle for a while, and learned exactly how Hans turned so evil. Evil enough to blow a statue away once he returned to the future. Wow, we got a little off topic there. Guess we'll have to wait until Frozen 3 to see if that Baymax connection sticks. In the meantime, we must all let go. The Disney connections are gone, and the closest these Disney princesses will get to each other is through placing our Blu-ray copies of the movies next to each other. Let it go. Those debunked theories never bothered us anyway. Well, there it is. Frozen 2 truly did debunk all of those theories. What ones do you still believe? Got any new theories or connections? Are you ready for Frozen 3 or should the franchise end? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to ScreenRant for more great Disney videos.